excuse me, one root is given, solve the equation. I pause this to get a drink of water, but then I lose the video. I don't think I can pause it and re-record it. All right. Solve this equation. It's cubic, and one root is given, and that root is I root 5. Well, if I root 5 is a root, then negative I root 5 is another root. Right, that complex conjugate thing? If 0 plus I root 5 is a root, 0 minus I root 5 is the other root. Just as we saw before. In fact, if it has a root 5 on there, there's no big deal. All right, so what are we going to do? We got two roots, 1, 2. Solve the equation means we got to find one more root, right? 1, 2 roots, it's got to be 3. Find the third one. We got no choice but to run this through the machine. So I got I root 5, and across I got 2, negative 1, 10, negative 5. Let's just focus on this here. So we bring down the 2. 2 times I root 5 is 2 I root 5. Add those. I have to write that as negative 1 plus 2 I root 5. Multiply again. Negative I root 5 times negative 1 is negative I root 5. I root 5 times negative 1, negative I root 5. And I root 5 times 2 I root 5. I root 5 times 2 I root 5 would be 2I squared times the 5. I times 2I squared. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. So there it is, 2I squared times 5. Well, what is that? I squared is negative 1, times 2 is negative 2, times 5 is negative 10. So this right here all becomes negative 10. Right? I squared is negative 1, times 2 is negative 2, times 5 makes it negative 10. Negative 10, positive 10 will cancel. I just have negative I root 5. Multiply one more time. I'll get negative I squared times the 5. Right? Root 5 times root 5 is 5. Negative I squared times 5. So that's positive 1 times 5, which is positive 5. Negative 5 makes 0. Wow. We had to get 0. It was a root, so we had to get 0. Well, now we're left with this equation with these ugly coefficients, but that's okay. We'll run negative I root 5 through that. We just ran this root through. Now we're going to run that root through. So that's negative I root 5. And now we're going to use those coefficients there. So we bring down the 2. 2 times negative I root 5 is negative 2I root 5. Put it there. Add them up. Those cancel. We have negative 1. Easy multiplication. That's positive I root 5. It cancels. 0. We win. So we started with cubic. We did one root, which gets it to quadratic. Another root gets it to linear. So that's just 2x minus 1 equals 0. And you've been solving that since you were just such a youngster. The third root is x equals 1/2. Holy shnikes, that's a little bit of work, but we get time. And I think I got one more on this side. Look, it's a flip chart, and it's a whiteboard. How do you like that, kids? So this one also says, for this, one root is given, solve the equation. So it's cubic. We need 3 roots. They give us 1. They give us 4 plus 2i. Well, if 4 plus 2i is a root, 4 minus 2i is going to be another root, right? So we'll get to that. So let's run 4 plus 2i through this. Here we go. Bring down the 1. Multiply 4 plus 2i. Add that, I get negative 7 plus 2i. Oh my, now we have to multiply. We got to multiply 4 plus 2i times negative 7 plus 2i. Got no choice but to FOIL it. Let's see. Just a regular FOIL, I think that's okay. So we get negative 28 minus 6i, and this will be negative 4. So negative 32 minus 6i, it goes here. Okay. Add that up, and I get 12 minus 6i. And guess what? Got to FOIL again. Well, I hope this works. So 48 minus 24i. Stay in the moment here. See that okay? So those will cancel. I got 48. That'll be, what, plus 12. Hey, 48 and 12 is 60. Beautiful. We got it. We're supposed to come out 0, so we're glad with that. So now we have this funky equation. How are we going to work that down? I'm going to erase this stuff now. Well, now to find the remaining two roots, if 4 plus 2i is a root, 4 minus 2i is going to be a root. So let's just run that through. Bring down the 1. 4 minus 2i. Oh, this is better news, because that's negative 3 and that cancels. Multiply, and we get 12. No, negative 12 plus 6i. Beautiful, that cancels. So what are we left with? We had cubic, down to quadratic, down to linear. That's just x minus 3 equals 0. X equals 3. And that's it. I'm exhausted. How about you? So do your homework, go back to bed, drink orange juice, stay safe. I missed you guys. It was fun Zooming with you. Whatever's on